such a good friend. He calls me any time I need him. I can call him. He invites me to the house for dinner. And we met here in Temple when I was saying my Haftorah one time, and he came over to me and he said to me, "It's my anniversary. Can I join you?" And I said it would be my pleasure. I would never deny anybody the pleasure of enjoying a day or a holiday, whatever it may be. So for me, it was a blessing to meet people like Irving Pomerantz. And as many friends as I have here, and this is not my friends anymore, it's more like family. I tell you a little story that when we were in here one Saturday praying, and they saw a man walking in the back, and I happened to be back there, and I introduced myself and asked him if he was a member, and he said no, he was a visitor. And I asked him how he liked the service, and he said in his life he had never seen such a wonderful service and the warmth of the people with each other, which means so much. It's more like family than it is friends, because I've been a member here 21 years. And to me, to come here is such a pleasure. Jan Zelzer, who's sitting here, made the perfect quote. She said to me one day, "When I come to Temple, to Bethany, it's like I'm going home." And that's how most of us feel when we come here. We feel so comfortable with everything. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, who Irving Brown really is. A short time ago when I was born, I barely made it alive. There was a terrible flu epidemic, and I must have caught a bit of it, and I barely survived. My mother told me. So I'm a very lucky man. I started off on a very tender foot, and I made it. And through the years before, till I got about 19, I had about 3 or 4 very narrow escapes from being killed. Well, when I was 19, my older sister taught me to dance. I was very shy with girls. But when she taught me to dance, I became a tiger. Nothing bothered me anymore, no matter who it was. Could have been the queen. I would go over and ask her to dance, and she said no. It was your loss. I did, when I was 19, she taught me how to dance. I did very fast dancing. The Lindy Hop, the Peabody, the shake, the cha-cha-cha. I did all quick dancing, and I danced at least 3-4 nights a week. Little did I know that while I was dancing in my formative years, I was building up a good health, a good body. In my time, many doctors that I went to always said to me, "Mr. Brown, what do you eat and what do you drink?" I never knew what they were talking about. But I found out that one day I was watching television and a man said dancing is a very healthy exercise. So now I knew how I built up a good body. Well, going along up until 99 years, I had no trouble. And then the roof came in. And 99 to 100, I've been in and out of hospitals. I had cancer twice. The doctors found for me. I've been a lucky fellow all along. I was married when I was 30. I met my wife, and we kept company for 3 years. And after 3 years, I was drafted into service, and I went into the Army, and I did my basic training in Florida. Temperature was 95 degrees. We had to put 60 pounds on my back and walk 25 miles. 1 canteen of water. You couldn't fall out unless you fell on your face. It's the only time the ambulance would pick you up. Well, I was here for 8 months, moved to Little Rock, Arkansas for winter maneuvers, stayed there for a little while, and then overseas. We were on the water for 28 days in a convoy that was so far you couldn't see the beginning and you couldn't see the end. It was amazing. I had never seen so many ships in my life. Well, after 28 days, we landed in Naples, and then we went to a replacement depot. And from there, with my luck, 1 week, I was at the front lines. And when I went up there, and I saw what was happening, I said, my God, somebody can get killed here. Anyway, I was there for 2 years, and I must tell you one incident so you'll understand what I'm going to tell you. When I tell you anything, it's the truth. I do not lie. So you may believe and you may not believe, but I'm going to tell it to you. When I went up to the front lines, and the captain said, we were behind a little hill, the captain said, charge. We went over the hill to go for the Germans who were hiding in the woods. They opened fire. We were wide, standing right like this, running forward, and the Germans opened fire. And people were falling on the left side, on the right side, and nothing came near me. And when the captain saw what happened, he said, come on back, and we crawled back. When that thing happened, I said to myself, then I had a guardian angel on my shoulder, because if people are falling on both sides and I can't even catch a pole, there has to be something. And I was lucky throughout the war. I was there for 2 years. I was in a lot of battles, and I can't tell you how many times I escaped from, I can't explain why. I was sleeping in a hole for 2 nights. I picked myself up and walked away. And right after a half hour I walked away, everybody around me was killed. It happened time and time again, and I knew it had to be my guardian angel. Well, finally, it was over, and I came home. And when I was discharged and came home, I could not sleep in the bed. I was so used to sleeping on the floor and in a hole in the ground, I couldn't. It took me a week to get used to sleeping in the bed. Well, after a while, we decided, but I went back to work, and then about 2 years later, I said to my wife, a friend of ours bought a house, let's go up to see the house, because maybe we need something, we could buy them a present. And we took a ride out in the car, and we were riding along, and this is the amazing thing that you have to believe. I was riding in a strange town. I had never been there before, and I was going east, and for no reason at all, I turned the car going north, going south, and everybody started yelling, where are you going? And I said, I don't know. Why did you go down this block? I said, I don't know. Well, after a mile and a half, I came to a dead end, and I was worried. Looking out was the Atlantic Ocean. I said, what did I do? Why did I turn down here? I couldn't tell you. After a couple of minutes, I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a left turn going east. And going east, and when I come to a big street, I'll go back to where I was. I rode 2 blocks, and there was 3 brand new model homes. And they said, stop the car. They went out to take a look, and I bought a house. So you see, there are some things that were supposed to happen, and it did happen, and I waited 2 years for the house to be built. And it was in a no-place neighborhood. You to see what it looked like, so run down and everything. But what they did and what they made out of it was a beautiful area, and I lived there for 21 years. Well, it was a wonderful time with my family, and we enjoyed every minute of it. And the funny thing, I must tell you this one story. They decided to build a temple. All you need is 2 Jews and a